Well, we're back and the players are in the box already. Oscar Dominguez and Konstantin Stepanov leg in for break. Well, as you might have seen, there probably have been some issues with how the table erects today. So a little kind of briefing from both captains and team members involved, just trying to fix it, to get the break working. So let's see how it works out. Some gymnastics from Oscar, trying to get the hands loose and warmed up at the same time. Come on, Oscar, don't be nitpicking the rack, you know. Well, of course, it's important that the balls are frozen, but still with the triangle racking. It's not that easy to achieve. Yes, Marty, Stepanov, I think that Stepanov and Chinakov are two players. Some people, some fans in the States especially come to watch during the Derby City straight pool event, because both guys have so smooth stroking motion, and in straight pool they are to produce many of these strokes. Hello to our fans from Finland also, like Mikko the Buddy Yanti. 10 seconds left for Oscar, so he makes his shot and not leaving himself anything easy. Oh, still the 3 is pretty playable. The thin cut, trying to throw the ball towards the pocket, and the ball hangs there. Probably on every other table except diamond, this would have dropped. Well, but here it stayed. The pocket shelf is deep enough to keep this ball on the table. Oh, we know in the past there were some diamond tables with even like the pocket shelf being twice as deep, so that when the ball hang in the jaws you could barely hit it using going rail first. Costa is going 2 rails. 2 rails kick and almost came out successful. That was a nice try, kind of a zigzag shot. those of you who are probably still new to the game of pool and the videos, please go and find that famous zigzag shot by Efren Reyes. I guess this is the most famous one from the Magician. Efren Bata Reyes, and well, I know that Vladimir Nikolaev, the guy who made this kind of dream challenge possible, one of his ideas is to try to bring Efren to Russia also to play the Kremlin Cup and maybe even more. So the guys on the Philippines, in Manila and everywhere, or maybe the magician himself, if you are watching, please start getting ready for the next year. Well, once again, it's nice to have a bunch of things watching, and well, guys, we are looking forward to have you at the Kremlin Cup next year. I know there are many more willing to come. Nice mood in the US camp. And quite the opposite, seemingly, is with the Russian guys. Nice solid hit on the rack from Konstantin Stepanov. He got 3 balls on this break. And a very tough shot to start with. It's not only the pocketing which is challenging, but playing the position on the 4 ball is also not a gimme. Most probably he'll have to play safe if he pockets this yellow one. Well, the bank is right there, if Costa is willing to do so. Or he could gently draw the ball right between the 8 and 9, driving the 4 3 rails. Extension called. Please let us know if you hear the referee saying these words. Well, he went for the cut. The collision with the 6 looked inevitable, so he went for it and turned out successful. Who am I to be second guessing decisions of Konstantin Stepanov, the player of such a caliber? But well, this shot didn't seem as good. Oh, but the outcome is very good. Here it goes, another challenging task for Stepanov. A very thin cut. And he slices this in, leveling the score. Johan Rausing keeps making notes, very important. He is full in action, and you know, we inquired if we could probably have some of US team members for commentary here later tonight when they don't have any match to come, but Johan kindly refused, saying that he needs all the team staying together till the very end. So this is very understandable. We are fine with that. Well, I suppose the table starts breaking better than before. Hopefully we will not see too many dry breaks from now on. Well, Marty Herman, I'm talking to, I agree with your opinion that this Russian team is not too shabby. Probably could be compared to Euro team, and more on this later, because yesterday I browsed through some commentaries, some of your commentaries later in the evening after the match is finished, and I have some kind of contradictory comments to deal with. Very focused Stepanov is there, sitting in his chair. Not enough angle on the side, probably Oscar just would slow roll the ball slightly forward. Yeah, I like that. Not a problem, playing for small area shape. This is still okay. Oscar goes in the lead once again. But it is Stepanov to break next. Sponsored by Peach Hour Cues. Some support to a Russian team from the fans. Well, it's hard to tell so far whether Oscar is shooting great today or not, but he didn't make any mistakes, like, well, for the time being. The majority of them are courtesy of Billy Thorpe. Of course, I think as a rookie for Team USA, he must be the most nervous one, with less experience. But this is, like Alex Borochovich said, history in the making, both for Team Russia, Team USA, and Billy Thorpe himself. Well, we'll have to play the push out here. The one is barely visible. And I don't think that the cross corner bank goes. Without the 5, this could look like a standard one pocket shot. Yes, there's a push out. Rolling the cue all over. Well, I suppose that Konstantin played for the combo bank. The 8 sitting there is a pretty big target. Well, this is Oscar using his extension. Well, nice safety attempt to both players checking the line. And to me, the slight massage shot is on, or maybe even the cue ball goes straight without any issues. Well, he will still have to pound this, or maybe come up with a long draw. Yeah, that's it. Several years ago, I remember witnessing Stepanov practicing these kind of shots, being jacked up on one end rail and producing these long, smooth draws. He even watched himself on video camera, because back then he wasn't as successful as now trying to make these shots, so he tried to study what he was doing wrong. I think this is the thing every player, either pro or amateur, should do occasionally, is studying his game, videotaped, and trying to eliminate any weak spots. Well, we've got some talks about Russian players being young, so let me try to quickly browse through their ages, like Konstantin Stepanov, the player we see here in the box. He's 33. He's turning 34 tomorrow, so it's going to be his birthday, and probably the team is going to give him some kind of a nice gift, like winning tomorrow. Next goes Ruslan Chinakov. He's 25, born in January. And then Maxim Dunanets and Sergei Lusker are both only 19, and Fedorgorst, being the youngest of them all, he's only 17. No worries for Oscar Dominguez so far. Yes, if you see your stream is frozen, try to reload the page, because it runs smoothly on our end, and hopefully the other places worldwide. Mr. Dominguez is to break, breaking from the left side of the table, aiming low on the cue ball. Yes, therefore he gets the draw on the cue ball. Pretty risky one, I would say, because if you don't hit the one full, the cue ball tends to go straight to one of those corner pockets, and usually is even kicked into one of these. Tried to go 4 rails around and didn't manage to get enough spin. Should have played a thicker cut, but caught it thin. Had a full option, like cheating this side pocket quite a bit. Well, here's a chance for Stepanov to keep the gap narrow. He looked very confident yesterday, and has got even more demeanor tonight. Costa has got plenty of heart. He didn't get as much tournament practice recently as he could have wished for. Doesn't do much traveling lately, but I think he is going to this year's US Open. Just a stop shot on this 7 will do. Played a little drag stun. Going slightly forward for the perfect position on the 9. Of course, Konstantin is fighting here for Team Russia to keep the lead. Seems we've got a little fewer spectators in this pool hall compared to yesterday. By the way, here's the table mechanic named Yevgeny. He's the one who, with his team, were doing the install work for the Kremlin Cup last year. Was learning from Paul Smith of Diamond Billiard Products. Another very good break from Konstantin with a nice cue ball control, but not satisfied. Let us check the position he has to deal with. So where's the one going? Yeah, it is sitting right on the rail. What about the 8 there? The 8 is a blocker. Yes, guys, there is one extension per rack for every team, and double time limit right after the break for the players staying at the table. We'll see another push out, keeping the one ball hidden, so probably Konstantin is going to get it back. Yes, the Russian is back at the table. Going to spin the cue ball, going one rail behind. There's a thin cut, ducked behind the 4. A little misjudgment there. This little rebound from the cushion wasn't called for. And Oscar could go for the pocket. Nope. These camera angles are sometimes deceiving. Oh, the combo is on. Not sure whether it is proper time to go for it. Well, you know, when you are trailing, this is not a good idea. If you have a nice gap leading, you could go for some uncertain shots like this one. But Costa played for the combo, and the 8 ball splits the pocket. Gonna have awkward bridging over the 5 ball. Very tough shot, and he overcuts it. Giving the table to Oscar. Well, the table is at his service. Could just go one rail for the center. Well, guys, once again, I'm happy to say that Andrei Seroshtan, a Russian pro player, is back in the booth So Andrew, what do you think? What chances of Konstantin Stepanov are in this very match?
Well, with this miss on one, I think chances are real low now, because he played really nice combination and then didn't play really good on one ball, left the position for Oscar. I think Oscar have to do here for two. Well, but the race is so short, so I think it's a bit lottery here.
Yeah, like I think it was Marty Herman on our chat who mentioned that two mistakes is too much in such kind of format.
Well, I see comment about there should need Team Taiwan. Okay, Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, next time you go to China for another Chinese 8-ball masters, you could just try to invite the players.
Yeah, to come Russia.
Not only Taiwanese, but the Chinese. We know they've got some very solid players, like Wu Chaqin, for instance. Formerly Taiwanese, but Chinese now. I think he even spent several months representing Singapore for a while. All these trying to escape the army, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. Didn't you know?
No.
This is basically, I think, the reason for like change of nationality, like at least sports. Wow.
Oh, we got some comments. Go Rusland. Yeah, that's a nice thing. Not only US supporters here.
Well, actually, I'm not sure that the majority of our viewers come from the States, because, like, once again, we've got the whole globe, and the Europeans are very interested in the way their future rivals at the Mosconi Cup look like.
Yeah, and this talks about, wow, if US lost to Russia, will lose to Russia, so no chance against Europe.
Doesn't mean anything, believe me.
Yeah, 2 months ahead.
Win or lose, it's still anyway a win-win situation for Team USA. Any kind of preparation, and this one playing under the shot clock and already doing some teamwork. Actually, this is a very important.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sky is not here. Well, 4 of them. Ooh.
Cheated the pocket a little bit. Another stun shot. Yeah, that's it. Just the same kind like in the last track, but one.
Yeah, I was wrong. For that, for thing that it's hard time for Costa.
Well, believe it or not, we're level, 3 apiece.
Well, it's really important match here for US team, as for Russian team to have 2 racks in front.
Yeah, Stepanov managed to come up with a nice safety. Oscar had some hard times dealing with this one.
Yeah, nice shot clock shot. On last seconds. So we got Oscar to break here.
Using Mez power break, I suppose. At least I don't know any other breaking cue which says power break on it.
Whoa! Watch out!
Watch out, cue ball!
Where's the cue ball going? As the snooker commentator
Yeah.
said.
But I think this phrase is copyrighted.
Well,
We're not allowed to use it without
so
special permission
World
or
Snooker.
giving royalties.
So World Snooker, if you have some problems with it, please contact before you go to court. By the way, nice shot from Costa. Perfect angle for
Well,
the
he
board.
had ball in hand, so it was expected from him to use any chance of playing this position perfectly. Well, how do you say pool billiards in Russian? In Russian language we have many words which have foreign origin. Pool is called pool, and billiards is called billiard. So not much of a difference.
Yeah, I think a lot of languages have the same. It's hard to name it.
Apart from Tagalog, the Filipino language, because actually pool is called billiard there, and the word pool they use for this weird game with checkers. Like they have the board with checkers and they hit the cues. The board is rotating on a single stand, and actually every Filipino kid first before he even gets to the pool table, he first he gets to practice in this kind of pool game, like I would say 2D, two-dimensional kind of billiard game.
Yeah, no jump shots.
Yeah, so in Tagalog it's kind of vice versa between a pool and billiard. Kosta Stepanov goes ahead for the very first time in this match. Very nice comeback.
Yeah, just in time. Cue ball scratch just straight to the pocket. Wow, we got a really nice comment from Andrei Utin, but don't really take this word in your vocabulary.
Yeah, don't pay attention to this. Or you risk going broke in Russia if you offer any kind of katka, because it is action, and the most action you could get in Russia is in a Russian billiards, Russian pyramid, the very special kind of game. Well, it's not as tough as you guys could imagine. Actually, for a skilled pool or snooker player, it is even easier, but you have to be familiar with some special kind of shots. Andrew Sereshtan, my fellow commentator here, is actually known as a solid pool player, and he also plays some Russian pyramid for fun.
Only for fun.
And believe me, pool players are very good at making the object balls. Like I remember 3 or 4 probably years ago, the Greek guys, the Greek pool players who came for the Kremlin Cup, they were like having fun. It was Economopoulos, Alexandros Kazakis, and some other guys, and they hit them damn straight, even at a Russian pyramid table. Well, we have a dry break here.
Yeah, the cue ball jumped all over the table after Kosta's break, so he didn't hit it really nice.
Who's the best player in Russia by world ranking? Well, I think it's Ruslan Chinakov,
Yeah, for
because
sure.
he is traveling quite a lot now. I suppose if Kosta Stepanov was going to the same tournaments as Ruslan, he would have probably been at the same place or higher. Very funny shot here, you see. The one is pocketed, but you are to make contact with the lowest ball on the table first. So it seemed like for Konstantin Stepanov at least that the cue ball could go past the obstacles, but apparently it did not. Well, so Ruslan is top Russian player in terms of world rankings. But I think Fedor Gorst comes next.
Well, I'm not sure. He didn't participate a lot in the world ranking events. He played a lot of European ranking, so I think he's higher in European ranking than Stepanov by 2 or 3 places.
Well, Russian players, regardless of any ranking, they have some nice titles under their belts. Like Ruslan Chinakov has won the European Championship for the first time.
And
He's won the Whirlpool Series, the inaugural event, the very first one, the series by Darren Appleton. Then, like Sergei Luskar has had a very solid performance at the recent Euro Tour, like finishing in top 4.
Yeah, that third place gave him a chance to play in this team.
So we're going to have a heel-heel match.
Ты видел у Оскаров?
Oh, Fedor Gorst mentions our first milestone, like over 1,000 viewers. Thank you guys.
1100.
Really appreciate.
1100 viewers. Yeah, and I think he's watching.
1100 is in your pants.
Ha.
Ha ha. So heel, keeping the score up to the date.
Well, the guys preparing for their next match, Denis and Billy.
So you have a chance to see all these nice brand new diamond tables. This hall is going to have pretty many tables for Russian pyramid and snooker also. Snooker tables are coming from Europe. They are Riley Aristocrat, being refinished, restored.
Britain, Europe? I don't think so. The Brexit thing, and so UK tables, Riley, no?
Yeah.
So not Europe, but UK ones.
Well, they're coming from the Netherlands, so I guess that this is still Europe,
I thought they produced in UK.
Time to learn some geography, but it's natural for the young pool player being like a little less educated. Just mocking at Andrew.
Yeah, trying to be a funny guy here.
Yeah. In response, he was trying to give me some fingers. Very nice.
Yeah, thumbs up. Wow. He's trying to find the cue ball.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
Behind the 5.
Nice shot.
Yeah, very good speed control. Team Russia keeping their hopes.
Yeah, Ruslan Chinakov looks really tired.
Probably a little bit worn out due to all this traveling. Wow. What a shot.
Yeah.
He really got Stepanov hooked there.
I don't think Costa have a chance to play it through the long rail.
So probably he should just try to reposition the 8 towards the 3 ball.
Oh, nice catch.
No, not yet. Sorry guys, some mosquitoes are trying to attack us.
Well, no chance.
Well, you see this keyboard is stuck between the 8 and the rail.
Yeah, he'll try to push the rail, but I don't think that's a good idea. He have to push the rail because
Yeah, that's a very wise decision. So he will have
Three
to
rail
go
shot.
two rails across.
Ooh.
Ooh, came so close.
Yeah, the free ball. Is it going to the corner?
Yes, I think it goes.
Well, we need to view from a different camera. No.
Doesn't look like so, yeah.
No.
So,
Maybe for an.
Oscar knows the same already.
Yeah, he going for the.
What about using the 8?
No, it's too far from the coin pocket. Wow.
Going for a bank?
No, it's too far for bank.
Even cross side?
Yeah, it's too. He don't have enough angle for cross side, but the angle for the straight bank is not that good. Ruslan is not talking to Stepanov.
Well, they've been rivals since like
2000 and something.
since very old days. So no wonder they don't get along that much. Well, they are not like enemies, but I wouldn't call them friends either.
Yeah. Just teammates.
Yeah, they are still rivals, and actually, you see, he still went for the bank shot. Actually, they still make a pretty nice team when playing at the World Cup of Pool, but at the same time, I look forward to seeing some new blood, like some fresh blood there, in the face of Fedor Gorst or maybe Andrew Serostan, probably.
Maybe next year.
What are your chances, pal? Well, I think you could.
I can even play here, so.
Yes, probably you could have tried along with some. Playing. Come on, taking part in qualification, but I forgot that qualification is open only to teams which are not invited, and Russia has got their invite for the World Cup of Pool. Well, it's kind of unexpected to see Konstantin back to this the table in this rack. Yeah, guys, thank you very much for your points about the sound. We will try to level things up. Costa is very focused here, and actually he looked like that throughout the whole Kremlin Cup, and it was very weird to see his last shot of the tournament against Radoslav Babic. Not a very hard 10 ball, but he gave this one up. Probably got some mental blooper because like he overcut that 10 and was eliminated from the tournament. So just watching this cue ball rolling a little bit past the perfect position, yes, but this is pretty workable. Not even that hard. And once again he makes the same mistake. The 10 ball was different, but still the 10 ball I was talking about at the Kremlin Cup, and he overcuts it once again. Wow, Costa, what the hell? What's going on?
Well,
you're supposed to make like probably 100 of 100.
Yeah.
This position, yeah.
No chance to miss it on this level. Wow.
I don't know whether Johan Rausing is going to write this one down. to deal with for Costa, because he is Costa's head
Ooh.
coach still.
That wasn't close. That wasn't close.
Yeah, Costa was pretty lucky with this leave, and now the
Yeah.
bank is on.
Yeah, easier bank. But Oscar missed it that much. Straight bank here.
Probably just inquired with the referee whether he's got his extension. Don't think he's gonna need actually one on this shot.
Yeah.
Costa is a wonderful banker. Wow, I was talking that we don't have many viewers here, many spectators in the pool hall, but this roar like just bursted the atmosphere here inside.
5 minutes, we're going to have the doubles.
All the team is absolutely delighted about this outcome.